Good evening and welcome to the Upper St. Clair varsity hockey game where your Panthers tonight at 10-4-1 will take on the ever tough in black Meadville Bulldogs. Meadville comes in with an impressive record of 12-3-0 and have always breeded incredible amounts of talent up north on I-79. So I'm not sure if we saw the bus out there, but boy, one of the beauties of always playing a team like Erie or Meadville is you hope to send them on the I-79 bus and make that 2-hour drive home just a little bit longer. Panthers find themselves here coming off a very, very disappointing loss against the North Allegheny team. But I've got to tell you, in the many years of covering hockey, it was probably one of the greatest third periods of hockey I've ever seen the Panthers play, and hopefully that'll carry forward to a big-time game here on our home rink tonight at the Ice Castle. I'm Kurt Carruth, along with John Sarabella on the camera, and we've got plenty of, if you will, spies in the house. We're sharing the booth with a Mount Lebanon team here as they're just taping the game for future reference. I see the Bethel cameras are rolling tonight, so many, many teams with an interest in this game tonight. And perhaps we'll even get the voice of the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils involved, Bob Sebastian, as well. Shot and rebound, score! And talk about what the Panthers needed. A quick strike on a rebound. The shot goes in from the point, and the Panthers and A.J. Moody are going to take a 1-0 lead. What a play by the Panthers. Quick strike by the Panthers in the first 35 seconds. And boy, I'll tell you what, a giveaway here where Pegnatero's going to look for it. Shot on a wide angle is going to go wide. And boy, if you look at the Panther teams of the past, these Panther teams do extremely well, especially when they take that early lead. And boy, the Panthers look and have a sense of urgency here. And again, with probably 8 or 9 games remaining, it seems like a playoff atmosphere already here in the Ice Castle. Face off right at center. Oh, and boy, that's a dangerous pass as well. And boy, if you remember, that's the pass that caused the goal that got NA right back in the game at 4-3. Those cross-ice pass on the blue line, always very, very dangerous. And Meadville will be guilty here of an icing call. And we'll have a face-off in the Meadville zone with 13:49 to go here in the first. Panthers lead 1-0. Face-off taken and controlled by Richie Klein. He'll be helped out in the corner, and Klein's going to get his own rebound. A quick pass back to the point where Yaley will play it. Looks like it's all Panthers here in the first 2 minutes of play. Boy, and another good scoring opportunity. And be careful here. Number 11 streaking down the goal, and everybody remembers that name, Nickerson. And boy, I see there's 2 Nickersons from Meadville on the roster, and that seems like to be a continued legacy as the Nickerson boys continue to be a big-time force at Meadville. Play is taken by number 7, Allegretti, and he's going to bank it back to center. Good play there by Yaley, and he's going to dump it back to center. And boy, Meadville almost caught with their hand in the cookie jar there with an extra attacker on as that play went by the guy exiting stage left. Meadville in their beautiful all-black jerseys trimmed in white and red. Look a little like the Panthers away jersey. Shot on, big-time save by Derora. And he picks up his game where he left off the other day in North Allegheny. Dumped back in the attack zone and skated out by Yaley. Looks like the Panthers indeed here do have a size advantage, as they have for most of the season against the opposition. But speed is another story. These top-tier teams, all of them, have the skaters. And we're going to have an offside play here with 12:19 to go. Panthers enjoy a 1-0 lead. Face-off controlled by the Panthers as it's rammed back downward to Ganji and Surma. The defense team will play it. Unable to be flipped out is Moody, driven down deep where Surma banks it neatly behind the board, picked up by DeGangi. A good outlet pass, and that's how you transition out of the mix. Gideon's going to ram it down deep, and that's going to be played by goaltender number 1, Michael Lazinski. And he's known to be playing for the Predators at one time, so he's made that trip down to the South Hills. Big-time goaltender Michael Lazinski. Play controlled by Meadville on the left wing, and a beautiful, nifty cross-ice pass to number 24, Leone. And that's going to be chipped out of the zone, and we'll have a face-off to the left of goaltender number 30, Max DeRora. Well, if you have nobody in the stands, Chet says, I'll get it myself. So referee forced to go out and retrieve the puck. Boy, once again, the Panthers certainly seem to not feel intimidated here playing Meadville, and they've had a good run against this team in the last couple of years. Very, very impressive transition game here early by Upper St. Clair. And once again, we'll have an offside as the play was kicked in ahead of the play. And it's been all Upper St. Clair here for the first 4 minutes and 2 seconds. And this is where they have to feed off this. Unfortunately, these 1-0 leads are probably not going to be enough. Well, once again, you look at the Achilles heel, quote John Sarabella, if you will. I was looking for the word that continues to keep Panthers on some of these bigger games out of the winner's circle, and it certainly has been the penalties for Upper St. Clair. And I don't know if that's an aggressive issue or if that's an issue that needs to be addressed on the coaches' front. But the Panthers continuing to play extremely well here. And so far, we're in a penalty-free game here in the first 5 minutes. Panthers have always played a very, very aggressive style. Never seemed to be content sitting on a 1-0 lead. Panthers always a team that have enjoyed the offensive side of the equation. And their physical advantage probably has led to, obviously, some of the penalties. But certainly that's an issue and has probably been a part of why the Panthers have had several losses this year. Face-off taken by number 22, centerman Rocky Sersosimo Jr. Play's going to be chipped back to the neutral ice zone where DeGangi and Surma, and that's a very nice defensive pairing here. They've played most of the season here together. DeGangi, number 19, only a sophomore starting, as well as Tim Gralty, number 6 for the Panthers. And Surma, of course, a senior, and I think has decided to go to Penn State. So I'm sure, like father, like son, John may be playing in some alumni games at Penn State. Actually was coached by an old high school friend of mine, Joe Batista, for years, a legend from Penn Hills, a legend up at Penn State. And I think he has relieved himself of the head coaching duties, but I think he's very actively involved in the Penn State athletic program. .8:51 to go here in the first. Panthers lead 1-0. Face-off outside the blue line, and a nifty play there by number 9. Shot right on and saved. And a big-time save there again by DeRora. Shot from Fedorka in the corner. Fedorka in the corner. Play neatly. Boy, I'll tell you what, Panthers just extremely, extremely well transitioning against this Meadville team here. And it could be this Meadville team plays very, very similar style, unlike the trapping style of the Mount Lebanon teams and the discipline of the defensive Bethel Park teams. Meadville seems to look a lot like the Upper St. Clair team, and I think, John, we match up extremely well against teams that try to skate and literally are always looking to move the puck forward. Play is taken by number 11, and he's cross-ice pass, wide open, shot on. Oh my gosh, almost an open net, and a nifty move by Leone, and he had the net pretty much wide open and shot it wide. Good break there for the Panthers. Surma with a nice pass around the corner, and that's going to be careful. Come off the blade, and a nice save again by Derora. Pretty much Meadville on the attack here. Big time check there by the Panthers and John O'Loman. Panthers still unable to get it out of the zone. And finally back to center. Taken by Gideon, and he dumps it down deep, and boy, the Panthers needed a quick change there as they'll go for pretty much a wholesale line change with leaving number 26 Lohman out there. Again, the Panthers unable to get the puck out of the zone, but a good stay-at-home play by defenseman number 56 Yealy. And a good play by the Panthers as Yealy and Pegnataro close on number 15. And Meadville right back on the attack. Once again, a good collapsing play there by number 82, McKelvey. And it seems like the Panthers' offense is starting to help out as well on the defense. Right back at center, transition for their own. Number 23, Espy, is going to shoot it. That's going to go off the stick of Derora. Shot right on, and a good play by Yealy. And boy, when he gets the motor going, be careful here. Takes it wide, and a good defensive effort there by Meadville. Oh boy, almost kept in at the point, but just offside. And we'll have a stop and play with 6:08 to go and a very quick moving first period. Face-off control, good play by number 17, Eric Surma. I think he's also a sophomore, and he's getting his first shift of the night. Maybe second. I have two eyes, maybe not four. Remember, we used to have a color commentary in the booth. Uh-oh. Oh, deflection right in front, and boy, another good opportunity. And Morgan Nickerson perhaps might have been better to control that play. He had him point blank from 5 feet and tried to deflect it, and that weakly went by the mark. Settling in here is Meadville. It's been the tale of 2 periods here. Another big save there by Derora. We've had the tale of 2 periods with 5 minutes to go here. It was all Upper St. Clair for the first 5 minutes, and the last 5 minutes it's been all Meadville. Back to the point and a drive. Shot on. What a save by Derora. Right back on the attack is McKelvey, but he opts for a line change. And here we go. Taken by Surma, and the Panthers able to clear it back to center. Going to be chipped back in on a delayed offside and touched up by Derora. And even if that puck would have gone in, the Meadville player was trapped in the zone. And we'll have a face-off all the way down next to goaltender number 1, Lazinski for Meadville. Face-off taken and controlled by Meadville. Outlet pass comes by the blade of the left winger, number 26 for Meadville. A couple players actually not on the roster here. 15 and 26, and I'm showing 2 number 30, so something's gone awry on the printer. Good play by DeGangi in the corner, but once again attacked by two Meadville players. And play is still loose behind Aurora, and it's going to be dug out by Meadville and right back into the corner. And these Johns are the brutal, brutal plays that just take the energy out of you early in a game. And you won't see the fatigue until the third period. But this is classic Mount Lebanon. Get it, drive it down deep, and just wear your forwards out on the opposing side. Panthers seem to be up to the task and look like they're going to take a smart icing play here. And in these situations, John, I firmly believe you've got to keep the fresh troops out here. And that's tough to do when you're playing some of your, top 7, 8, 9 players. 3:37 to go here in the first. Panthers still enjoy a 1-0 lead as they struck in the first 35 seconds of the game. Didn't have an announcement on the goal, but I'm pretty sure it was scored by Moody. Came to the rink, and at about 7 o'clock, here comes a breakout here by Meadville, 2-on-1. Oh, what a play by Yealy. And once again, Healy comes up big and takes it back the length of the ice. Going to be controlled by number 17 and rammed around the corner. Boy, I tell you here, it's just unbelievable. Another quick opportunity for Meadville, but a fan play. Right back on the attack. Panthers take it, but dump down deep. Giveaway here, be careful. Oh, another good play by Yealy. He's all over the ice here tonight. And he's made 2 or 3 incredible saves right at the point of the attack. Still loose at center. Panthers having a difficult time moving the puck, and right back on the play is DeGangi. Going to have his pocket picked at center. Finally going to be picked up by 21 Drellick. Unable to control, and all Moody can do is dump it down deep. And the Panthers will be guilty of another icing call here in the first period. Some tired troops out there. We've got sticks on helmets and a very, very quick, intense, physical, fast first period. Pretty nice crowd for the Meadville Bulldogs here. Made the 100-mile trip down I-79. And surprisingly, not a very big turnout for our Panthers. You would have thought this would have been a game you wanted to see. And if you think it's cold now, folks, you better wait till this weekend. Talking for highs in single digits and lows of -2. Never a good idea when you're having 100 people over for a Super Bowl party. The heated smoking lounge the kerosene heater better be working this weekend. My 9th annual Super Bowl party proves to be a good game, Indy and Chicago. 1:16 to play here in the first. Be shot down. Icing will be waved off as they deemed the defense should have played that. Comes by to Gralty. He tries to give it up. Finds himself tied up in the corner. Shot right on. Good play by Surma. He's going to regroup behind Durara. Shot on. Good save again by Durara. And boy, one of the things John Max does extremely well is clear the play to the corner. Does not give up many rebounds in front of his own goal. Good play once again at the point, and once again just drive it down deep and wear out the defense here. Panthers have to find a way here to transition. Back to the point. Oh my, what an angle we had there. And that puck was still rising when it got to the goal. That didn't miss by more than 3 or 4 inches off that left post. And I tell you, we have the best seats in the arena, folks. Place comes back to center. Gralty with 14 seconds to go. Good opportunity, and that shot on. Good save by Lazinski. And that should pretty much do it here for the first. And an excellent first period of play here by the Panthers in a very, very hard-fought first period. Panthers now enjoy a 1-0 lead. And a very tough-fought game. Panthers enjoyed pretty much the domination in the first 5 minutes. And Meadville came on strong the last 10 minutes of play. And to the credit of the Panthers, Durora played very well. The defense and the offensive players, extremely good job back-checking and helping out their defense. Panthers seem to have played their tough part of the schedule with only their 4 losses coming to literally just 2 teams. Bethel Park twice and Mount Lebanon. I think we played Bethel twice. Maybe only once. Trying to recall who the 4th loss would have been against. I know they tied the Erie team 1 to Bethel. NA, that's right. So indeed, they only have played Bethel Park 1 time. I think we actually play them Monday sometime next week, and that is probably also going to be a home game as we played in the Bethel Park facility, and that will be a game to see here as well. I believe that is next Monday or Tuesday next week. We've got a few more home games for the Panthers television network, and it seems like time just continues to fly. Seems like November 1st we were starting the season, and we're almost now at the tail end of the hockey season as we approach February of 2007. And I can assure you one thing. Looks like we're going to have a penalty call here, and the Panthers are going to be guilty here of a interference call. And I can bet you one thing, there will be absolutely no sun in the sky tomorrow, and Punxsutawney Phil once again will miraculously see his shadow. So I have not figured that gig out, but when the Penguins were playing bad hockey, the joke was it would be 6 more weeks of bad hockey, but not this year, folks. I've got to tell you, this is one fantastic Penguin hockey team to watch, and was down there for the 3-0 game against the Florida Panthers. And I tell you, that team is fun to watch. Been an interesting week for the Penguins. They've seemed to have a deal one night and not a deal, so it's see where that ultimately is going to shake out here. I think it would be a shame to lose such a great organization. And boy, if you say Pittsburgh isn't a hockey town, they've been filling the rink, and 15,000 on a Tuesday night down at the Igloo is pretty impressive. Shot on. What a save by Durar on a set play. And boy, I tell you, it was like almost Meadville looked for it. Oh, and Lohman almost had a breakaway. Lazinski's going to come out to play it and ram it around the board. And I tell you, if that puck hadn't deflected, too hard, I think Jono would have been the first player to get there. But nevertheless, a good first-minute kill here for the Panthers. Shot again right on. Lohman's going to bank it out of the zone. And they've got the fantastic penalty killer, number 20 out there, Don Pegnataro. He's just shined this year on the power play. Short-handed situation. Shot again on Durar. Looks very sharp again as he cradles the puck. And Meadville with 2 very quality shots here. And with 53 seconds to go in the man advantage, Panthers doing an excellent job the first minute, killing the shorthanded situation. Boy, once again, a classic Richie Klein, square the body and turn almost like a lacrosse player, John, how he uses his shoulder to win those face-offs. And we've honed in on that and got a close-up before, and it seemed like Klein had gotten away from doing that, but boy, Richie won about 4 or 5 faceoffs the other night by doing that incredible classic move, and boy, he certainly got the frame to enjoy that luxury shot on. Oh boy, another save by Durara on a point-blank shot from the corner. Number 9, Nicholas Fedorka. How did that puck stay out? Pretty much went untouched and was banging his stick actually even on the ice and was placed right on the blade, and quick reaction there by number 30, Durara. Boy, Durara's made 3 key saves here in this man advantage for Meadville to keep the Panthers ahead 1-0. Again, that seems to be a favorite play of Meadville. They take the point back on the right point and look for the corner with number 24, Patrick Leone. Still loose, boy, I'll tell you. And they just keep continuing to bring it, and that'll do it, folks. Panthers have killed their first shorthanded situation. And I got to tell you, I was very impressed with the Meadville power play, and hopefully I don't see that till the 2007-2008 season when we make the trip up I-79. You have to recall that was one of our favorite road trips, John. We were up in the rafters and were warned to go up there. Oh, what a shot again. Another slashing call here. And we were warned to go up in the rafters. And boy, the pucks were flying like there was no tomorrow. And another shorthanded situation here. Panthers find themselves with having to kill another penalty here deep into the second period. Yealy's going to get the gate for a slashing call. Play is deflected, came off the skate and shin pad of DeGangi. Right back on, and that stick goes flying. In the old days, they would break in half, John, but I guess at $160 a throw now, they better be worth more than one shift. And it's even more painful when those fiberglass ones break. Big time check in the corner, and McKelvey's all over the board, and a good play by the Panthers as they clear and have 1:23 to go here in the disadvantage. Taken by Lohman, and he's going to have his pocket picked by number 24, Leone. Takes a nifty move. What a shot. Looked like he was going to rag it to the right, and he blistered it from 20. And another big-time save by Durara. Backhanded shot a la Sidney Crosby. And, oh, you'd have to be here to believe that save by Durara. And a better shot by number 9, Fedorka. And another big-time save by number 30, Durara. Boy, I'll tell you, bringing the old A game tonight, but an impressive through-the-legs backhanded blind shot on goal. And sometimes that can catch the goaltender off guard. But Durara was quick to the test. And the Panthers have successfully killed the first minute of shorthanded situation. Meadville clamoring for another penalty here. Oh, boy, and it's loose in front. Back to the point of drive. Good save there by Pegnataro as that came off a body part. Back to the point of drive. Oh, another big-time split by Durara. And he kicks that play into the corner. Shot on goes wide. Get the heat out of the kitchen here. And Pegnataro's pulled down, no call. Might have caught the skate of the defense, but boy, I tell you, Pegnataro almost on a mini break of his own, and he makes a fantastic play at the point on the blue line. And the Panthers now have 16 seconds to kill. One last rush here for Meadville. Going to drive it down deep and goes by the mark, and Surma's going to play, and he's going to ram it, and that'll do it, folks. 4 to go, and Panthers impressively kill 2 shorthanded situations in the last 5 minutes. Now, once again, you don't want to start 10 minutes. We're only 5 minutes into the period, the second period. We're at the 10-minute mark now, and the Panthers once again already have 2 penalties to their against them. So it's going to be very important that the Panthers keep these penalties to a minimum. Shot, good play by Yealy, and he's going to direct that to the corner. Once again, it looks like the Panthers are playing here with a sense of urgency, and the Panthers now indeed will be on a power play of their own. I'm not sure what the call was. A roughing call here as he kind of piled in from the back. And a good call there, and they're going to give the Panthers an opportunity here as number 8's going to get the gate. 2 minutes for roughing, and that penalty will go on forward Michael Amico. And with 9:41 to play here in the second, Panthers indeed will have a power play of their own. Boy, I tell you, if you'd ever like to see what a good goal looks like here, getting up 2-0 on Meadville would be very, very impressive. Taken by Moody, and they're going to streak back 3-on-2. He looks for Klein, unable to control, going to be helped out by Lohman. Good play by Lohman, and Klein races for it. Puck comes right to the Meadville defense, and they'll skate it back to center. Rag it, hold it, and dump it. Good play by number 5, Luke Kilmeyer, to kill 15 seconds. Giveaway here, shot on. What a save by DeRora. And I'll tell you what, folks, you want to watch goaltending at its finest. You have seen a 20-minute clinic on how to play goal by our own Panthers, Max DeRora. Shot again on, saved by DeRora. And who's on the power play here? 4-on-2, and the Panthers having an incredibly difficult time clearing the zone. Wow, what a beautiful kill here for Meadville. But unfortunately, you do that, and you sometimes get trapped, John, and the Panthers break back. Shot, oh, what a save again by Lazinski, and a big-time shot in the corner by Moody. Back on the attack, 2-on-1 develops. Shot, saved by DeRora, it's loose. Oh, and cleared by DeGangi. Oh, my. Folks, if you want offense, this is the game to come to. Right back on the attack, Lohman with a nifty move. Centering pass, and shot. Oh, what a save, rebound. Oh, and Moody was point blank. Wow. End-to-end action here, folks. And a good play there by Lohman as he took that play and passed it ahead to himself. A nice feather forwarding pass right on the tape of number 56, Yealy, and had him point blank from 5 and shot it right into the belly of Lazinski. 23 to go here in the man advantage. Be taken by DeGangi, unable to control, and a good play again by Yealy, and he's going to bank that down deep. Good play by the Panthers. Right to Yealy again. Screen shot. It's loose. Oh, boy. Lohman with a shot. Rebound. Oh. Wow. And another big-time shot of his own by Yealy, and that's 2 quality scoring opportunities by Trevor Yealy. And a good offensive attack there by the Panthers. 2 or 3 good scoring opportunities in the last 15 seconds. 6 to go here in the man advantage. Shot's going to be loose. Back to the slot. And that'll do it. Back to 5-on-5, and he was coming right out of the box. Going to be picked up by Surma. He goes cross ice, and that's going to be picked off. 3-on-1, breaks back. Feather pass, over the stick of Leone. Comes into the corner here, unable to control. Leone's going to take a big move. Shot goes over the net. Oh, and another big save by DeRora. Wow. And boy, I tell you, I've got to take a deep breath here. I've got to tell you, John, trapping defenses are what, but you can't enjoy good open-end, end-to-end hockey, and this is certainly end-to-end hockey. Got the St. Clair clamoring for too many men, and usually I'm pretty good picking that up. Didn't see Meadville with the extra man on, and apparently the referees didn't either. But a St. Clair fan came and pointed that out to me, and I'm like, you've got to point that out to the official. One of the disadvantages to having me here in the booth is my loud voice can't be heard over the air. And once again, the Panthers just continue to just dig themselves a grave. And another slashing call here, and boy, tick-tock, and it is what it is, but I think you gave a good point there, John. The pressure is just so intense by Meadville that You know, if you find yourself feeling disadvantaged, sometimes you have to try to get yourself back into play. And again, you've got to know if it's going to be a tightly called game, you have to kind of pull back a little bit. But Panthers, once again, find themselves shorthanded for the next 2 minutes. And apparently they don't have the, we've got a problem. They've got 42 seconds on I like these 1 minute power plays, but apparently I'm not sure if the right time, and I don't know if they've caught this, but I'm not sure if they keyed in 1 minute here instead of the 2 minute minor. But we have a situation where indeed we have not killed 1:18, which would be leaving the 42 seconds left. So apparently they are aware of it. The referees are looking at the board. They've taken that penalty now off, and they might come back with a 1:42. And if they don't, they'll pretty much keep that on the, there it is, 1:42. So that's indeed what happened. They keyed in a 1 minute power play, and boy, wouldn't we be so lucky. And the Panthers now have to kill 1:42 as opposed to 42. So, well, you've heard of the 3 minute penalty on a running clock. Maybe we can get a home field advantage and have a 1 minute penalty when we deem we've already taken 3 penalties. Nevertheless, Panthers doing an excellent job here on their 3rd penalty kill. Pagnataro all over the ice, an incredible penalty killer for the Panthers. And that was the linesman's fault, and he's actually blew the whistle inadvertently here. And that should have been a delayed offside, but as Pagnataro was caught, and he said my fault. He blew the whistle, seeing Pagnataro in the zone, but as long as our player doesn't touch it, he's allowed to tag up. But in the old days, that would have been offside, and he might have had flashbacks to 2003. Oh boy, quickly moving and controlled by the Panthers. Lohman's going to take it and wrist it down. And now the Panthers indeed only have 42 seconds to kill in this power play. Chip pass goes by neatly right on the tape of number 7, Allegretti. Be taken down into command position. Panthers aggressively kill. Oh boy, had a breakout there with Lohman going the length of the ice, unable to control. Boy, Panthers look extremely controlled on this power play kill. Taken by Meadville and a centering pass, and that's going to come by the mark. Back to center, played by Nickerson, and deflected by Lohman into the rafters. And we'll have a stop and play with 5:03 to go here in the second. 6 seconds remain in the Meadville man advantage. Panthers still clinging to a 1-0 lead in a very, very open offensive game for the first 2 periods. Face-off neatly controlled by the Panthers, and that'll do it, folks. Panthers have successfully killed their 3rd man disadvantage, and I'm not sure if Meadville even had a shot on goal in that 2-minute period. Right back on the attack is Meadville. Shot on, big save by Durara. I'll tell you, these are games goaltenders like. They like the action, they like to see the puck. And he's probably saying bring it on now with 4:45 to go. Max Durara looking big time here, and a late line change here by the Panthers is going to be waved off. The pizza must be ordered for a 10-10 pickup here tonight. The referees have an agenda. Oh my, and a score from a wide angle, and I think Durara was screened, and it went off his glove, John, and I think a player, a defenseman, skated right in front of Durara, and kind of a freak goal here, but Meadville nevertheless is going to tie it at 1, and a big-time goal for Meadville to get right back in the game, 1-1. I think you had the Panther defense skate right in front of Durara, and he kind of lost sight of the puck. And he caught it with his glove, and it deflected right into the upper corner. And I'm sure Max would like that goal back. But nevertheless, Panthers still in this game. And I think it's very important for the Panthers to strike and get this next goal. And, you know, that's funny. That all precipitated from you look back on moments in time in this hockey game, that all precipitated from a referee on a late call and kind of disrupted the flow of the game. And who knows if that was the cause of the goal, but we'll never know. Teams have a certain amount of time to change. I think it actually was a good call by the official. Sometimes the teams like to take a late change to get that extra breath of air. And needless to say, Meadville comes right back on and scores to tie it at 1. 3:52 to go here in the second. Taken and controlled by the Panthers. Going to be dumped down where number 23, Bagney. Oh, nifty pass to Sersosimo, and he's pulled down. And a good call there by the official. Sersosimo point blank in the slot from 15, and he was taken off his skates. And the Panthers will come back on a power play of their own. And a 2-minute tripping call here to Meadville. And the Panthers will skate 5-on-4. Once again, having a little delay in the penalty postings. And indeed, a 2-minute penalty is posted. Shot on, oh, big save again, and a nifty shot there by Surma. And he rams his stick on the ice, but a good hard shot. That puck hit Lazinski in the belly. And a good shot by Surma to get that puck right on, and Lazinski not giving up much on the rebounds. Right to Yealy, big drive, that just goes wide. Back to Surma, and he's looking for Yealy, and he streaks in. Oh boy, and an awesome opportunity there. Kind of got Yealy in the quarterback position here. Moody with a shot right on. Be careful. Oh, good heads-up play there by Moody. Those are plays that can develop on a breakaway. Give and go. Oh, shot right on. Hits a skate in front. Back to Moody again, and a heads-up. Be careful. Oh, and he kicks it in front. And Derora is going to take a bold play, and he comes out of the net. Finally going to be helped out by number 8 assistant captain Surma with a nifty pass end-to-end. Keeps Pegnatera, and they're going to hold up play. And wow, what action from end to end. You'll get your walking workout today, John, bouncing from the right of the camera to the left side of the camera. And that's why you wear the tennies. Always. Good play again by Moody. He feathers it back. Kept in by Yealy. Big drive, shots, rebound. Oh my. Lazinski again with a big-time save and a couple big shots from the point right on, and better saves by Lazinski, and he'll hold on. And with 1:01, it's been all Upper St. Clair here on the power play opportunity. Taken by number 11, also another assistant captain, Richie Klein. Going to be cleared by Meadville, but not the length of the ice, and that's might look back on that play. Shot on, and it had a kind of a funny waffling effect, and a good save off the blocker of Lazinski. And look at the speed of this Meadville team. Number 21 is absolutely flying out there, Drellick. And boy, can he get the motor going. And the Panthers, oh boy, and the Cardinal sin called for icing on your own power play. And we'll have a stop and play with 1:57 to go here in the second. And 23 seconds remain in the man advantage on the penalty for Drew Finton, number 2 for Meadville. Controlled by Leone, a wide angle shot. Oh boy, and a rebound right in front, just whistles wide. Meadville with a good opportunity there. Comes back to center with 10 seconds to go, and that pretty much is going to do it for the man advantage. 5 to go. We'll be skating 5-on-5 here with 1:35 to go here in the second. Good opportunity here. Panthers catch the Meadville team attacking. It's loose. Oh my, and Meadville dragged the puck right in front. Shot, score! Richie Klein's gonna get the goal, and you'd have to be here to believe that shot, folks. A nifty pass from behind the goal, and the Meadville defender, John, was trapped in the goal, and Klein went 5-0 on Lazinski, and a big-time goal with the power play elapsing to score to take that all-important late second period 2-1 lead. Wow, it was kind of like Lazinski wanted to be polite to his own defenseman. Sometimes you've got to kick the guy out of the way, and he kind of like let him get up, and as he let him get up, the 5-0 opened and the pass came right in, and Klein from 4 feet away rammed it home to take that 2-1 lead. Oh boy, I tell you, another little mini trip and play. Bodies are flying all over the ice. Wow, big time check there in the corner. Meadville feels a sense of urgency here. And the Panthers look up to the test here. Big time play by Upper St. Clair in these first 2 periods. And I've said, when you want to play and beat these top tier teams, you have to play 45 minutes of hockey. Oh my, gonna get a tripping call there, and boy, once again, a little ticky-tack play. Hit him good, and the Meadville player actually, John, tried to avoid the check, had his left leg in the air, and referee probably felt he was vulnerable. Could have called perhaps a kneeing call or a tripping call. And here we go again. The Panthers find themselves shorthanded for the 4th time here in the second period. 27 seconds to go in the second. Face-off controlled by the black uniformed Bulldogs. And the Panthers are put to the test once again here in the second. Panthers seem to have, John, figured out this little sneaky play in the middle. It seems like Meadville hangs 5 on the corner and drop that guy down from the high slot. And he's gone. And he was gone basically. Boy, they're clamoring about the clock. Apparently did not shut off. There's 1.2 seconds remaining. I'm not sure if they're going to put 2 or 3 seconds back on the board. It could be a moot point. Face-off is definitely outside the zone. And that'll do it. They're counting it down 3 seconds, and that'll do it, folks. A very, very, very impressive 2 periods of play here by our Panthers. Meadville has brought everything and the kitchen sink. And so far, Derora has just been certainly up to the task, facing an incredible amount of not only just shots on goal, but quality shots on goal. So the Panthers will find themselves shorthanded right out of the gate in the 3rd period with 1:33 remaining on the Pegnataro penalty. Panthers are going to take a much needed and fun to watch 2-1 lead into the locker room. So we'll let them cut the ice. We'll be back for exciting 3rd period action in a moment. And we're back for 3rd period action, and I am no longer going to be in the booth by myself. We have the greatest voice of hockey, Bob Sebastian from Mount Lebanon. You are out there scouting, but we're going to put you to work in the booth here. Welcome to St. Clair booth.
Thank you, Kurt. This is a great hockey game, isn't it?
Boy, I tell you, just almost 2 very similar styles of hockey, Bob, here. End-to-end action. Seem to be content with just skating the length of the ice, and defense is secondarily here.
Well, you've got a couple of all-star goaltenders here, and they are definitely making the plays tonight. You almost don't want to talk about it because you just don't want to jinx them.
I think I mentioned it earlier in the second, and within about 15 seconds, they indeed did score on Max. But Max seeing the puck extremely well, playing a big-time goal.
They scored on. You got a piece of it.
Comes down by number 11. Boy, we know that name Nickerson from Meadville have passed, and boy, they just continue to breed hockey players up north.
There's a farm up there. That's where they come from.
14:10 to go. Panthers break back 2-on-1 here with Lohman. Give and go. Oh, boy, and a good opportunity there. And boy, Jono, boy, an unselfish player.
Jono and A.J. Moody.
Definitely, and you've seen number 26 before. taken by Surma. Panthers still killing here, a 24-second disadvantage. And
that's not Yealy in the box. That's who Pegnataro went in late in the period.
And boy, that's probably been the Achilles heel, Bob. I know Mount Lebanon seems to just sit back and wait for the Panthers to take penalties, but as we say, this aggressive play and the style and the speed, sometimes you have to take penalties in those situations.
Well, you do, and I think, the perfect example was your first goal. You guys came out, they had the puck down your end, you got it down there and worked them a little harder, maybe even before they got up to game speed.
And usually that's reserved for the 2-hour trip on the I-79 factor, I like to say. Well, with 5 seconds, and we'll be back to 5-on-5 here. Panthers still enjoy a 2-1 lead here in the third. Play comes back to the point, and a shot's going to go wayward. Going to be picked up by Pegnataro and gives it to McKelvey on the breakout. Takes it on the off wing. Oh, and a good play there to avoid a check.
McKelvey always leaves it out on the ice. He always gives it everything.
Boy, and the transition game of these two teams is just absolutely incredible. Good play by DeGangi, and he tries to ram it out of the zone, but it's going to be kept in neatly by the Bulldogs. They taking a heavy hit in the corner with Klein. And finally, DeGangi, just a sophomore here, Bob. Nice player for the Panthers.
Good size, but there's a rough one. Give away, but really played off well by Yealy. He's got to stay out of the box, though.
Boy, Yealy's had an incredible season, and he can play both ends of the ice here, too. Good play by the Panthers to skate it back, and I think it's, Bob, going to be important, especially here in the third, to keep these shifts to a minimum and keep the fresh players out there.
Well, in the second period, there was a flurry there where everybody was digging so hard, and you just wonder how long they can keep it up. You wonder if they're just resting here and getting ready for the second half of the period. Both teams.
And that's what Mount Lebanon, as you well know, is so good at. Boy, they'll just play that 2 down deep, 1 in the center, and when that puck comes back to the point, they just continue to drive it down deep, and it actually takes its toll in the third period.
But Meadville's had a very nice forecheck. They were giving you guys some fits there about midway through the first period. But, once you get in the zone, you're as tough to get out as they are.
That definitely was a tale of 2 periods. The Panthers, as you pointed out, had the quick strike of the first 5 minutes, and then Meadville pretty much turned it on for the last 10 minutes. And to the Panthers' credit, they've hung in here tough. And these are the important games, Bob. You talk about hockey being a physical game. These are the mental games you have to win to take yourself to the next level.
Well, it's a little late in the year. Some guys have been banged around. Maybe you're not as happy with your record as you want to, and what hockey coach ever is. So, yeah, there's a little extra on these guys, and you can sense it here tonight.
And it's almost a playoff atmosphere, if you will. And, you pretty much can bet when you start playing the caliber of teams like Mount Lebanon and Bethel and Meadville, you're probably going to run into them in a couple weeks anyway.
Well, I got to tell you, I really like the way the Panthers are playing tonight. I mean, we beat you guys, 2-1 and 2-1, something like that. And it's the same kind of game you're in here right now. But, Meadville always seems to come down here with a little mystique. We were up there for a couple weeks ago, their tournament, and they lost their first 2 games right off the bat. So it's nice to see that it's not as real as we used to think it was with them.
Always a treat to watch Meadville play. And I tell you, if you've never been to the House of what do they call it?
House of Chills.
House of Chills. I was going to say House of Pain, but the House of Chills, I thought I was going to walk into this 1,000, 2,000 arena, and you walk in and they barely can fit players into the fans into the seats, but they're packed around the rafters, that's for sure.
I call it the House of Pain when I used to go up there for a JV scrimmage on a Saturday and they'd make you pay to get in. Then it was the House of Pain.
And then the pain was a 100-mile trip south on I-79 coming home. 10:29 to go here in the third. Panthers still enjoy a 2-1 lead. And they're going to be called for icing with 10:22 to go in the third.
I'm not sure I understood that maneuver. 15 feet short of the red line.
Unless you wanted to change the troops. Yeah, and boy, I tell you, John was talking earlier. I didn't see that clip about the Penguins are in the intermission down in the Mellon Arena. They kicked this soccer ball around and try to keep it up in the air. Apparently the Penguins are doing it, and when you're on a 4-game win streak, any team will try anything. Apparently keeps the legs limber.
Is that Baldwin over there?
Not sure who's coming next.
It's Baldwin and Ken and Mac coming up next.
So we might have found a new thing to do.
Ken and Mac's another team. We played them Monday night down at their place, and we won pretty handily, but they've got kids on that team that can score goals. You know, it's sometimes you just wonder. They scored 3 against Bethel Park, which is more than we put in against them in 2 games.
Right. Another quick face-off win for Meadville and a shot right on Derora. Quick to glove that, and we'll do it again here to the right of Max.
I think it's time for you guys to get the icing on the cake here.
Well, that's what I tell you. Talk about my math major skills when I was in college. I used to say the next goal at 3-1 is certainly better than a 2-2 game, so I think you're exactly right.
You might have been a philosophy major with that one.
Even I can add 3 and 1.
I think, therefore, I score or something. I don't know.
Good play by Klein, and he's a physical force out there as well.
What, a sophomore?
He's a senior as well this year.
Is he a senior?
Yep.
Boy,
time
his parents
flies.
are getting old.
And they've got one in the wings, too. They've got another.
Oh, okay, that's Rich. I'm thinking of James.
Right, James is on the JV team.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if he's a freshman or a sophomore. 9:24 to go here in the third. Panthers enjoy a 2-1 lead. And this is where you need to watch the Mount Lebanon highlight film.
Big save, Max.
2-1 wins are just as good as 3-1 wins. Shot comes by the mark, but kept in neatly at the point, but going to be kicked out by Yealy. Play comes back to center where number 15 will drive it down. You know, I've been calling it all night. There's 2 or 3 players that aren't on the board, and they've got 2 number 30s listed.
Here he is again.
Shot on the left point's going to be directed into the goal. Pulled down right in front. Yealy draws a nice penalty there, and we're going to have an interference call, and the Panthers indeed now will go on a power play of their own with 8:48 to go here in the third.
I think you just called the 15 Mr. X. You know, we got to figure out who he is, but talk about icing on the cake. Here's your opportunity.
Well, as Mike Lang says, the turkey's on the table, and boy, with the power play opportunity here, the Panthers can strike and take a 2-goal lead with 8 minutes to go. Crucial time in the hockey game.
I'd like to see this one just for the man that has a puck, John O'Loman. There is a class young man.
Certainly is. And probably, Bob, one of the most unselfish players on the team. Captain of the team. Back to the point and a good save in front. Be careful here. Moody's going to take the drive and a screenshot's going to go wide.
That was a nice block by Drellick. He's had a nice quiet game, 21 for Meadville tonight. Quiet but efficient. Every time you look up, he's there.
Panthers doing an excellent job keeping this puck in the zone. Going to come off the corner, played by Lohman and pass to nobody. Back to the point where Moody takes it. Oh, boy, and that hurt. And he's down.
Is that Leon?
That's Leon, number 24. Shot on score! And you'd have to be here to believe it. Yealy's going to wrist it from 15. And the Panthers strike with a power play goal of their own to take a 3-1 lead.
Well, there you go. Let's hope there's another one on top of that. Keep it up. Yealy had a couple of opportunities late in the second period from that distance. This time it seemed like he had less traffic and more net to shoot at.
Boy, and I tell you, Bob, it almost was like we had a 5-on-3. As you pointed out, Leon went down with a shot to his leg or thigh and was out of the play in the corner, and the Panthers struck.
Well, that was Moody. He took that big shot from the point, and Leon caught it. It rattled between his calves, and it went down. They tell me that hurts.
I like to say that'll leave a mark.
That's it.
Boy, a big-time goal, and you called that earlier, and I got to tell you, the Panthers feel a sense of urgency here, and I think have pretty much wanted this game, and this is a big-time opportunity for the Panthers with 7:35 to go here in the third.
Look who made that play. Lohman working down low. You got senior leadership. Another penalty coming up against St. Clair, and then Yealy, the senior, puts it in.
Looks like we're going to have a roughing call here.
Eddie Schultz Jr. making the call. You notice all the referees now are wearing numbers.
No names.
No names. PIHL wants them in numbers. They've got, just talking to Timmy Morgret, 177 officials. So when you see 158, he's not a wise guy.
That's right.
Or at least maybe he's not. Who knows?
And these guys make a little nice side living. These games pay pretty decent and get some exercise, and not a bad way to put money in your pocket.
I hear they take it all to Vegas.
Or they put it in their wife's pocket.
And she takes it all to Vegas. So here you go.
Well, Meadville of their own has a 2-minute opportunity and needs to strike here to get back in the game.
The kill here, though, would take a lot of wind out of their sails.
Play comes back, good opportunity there, and they clear it back to the neutral ice zone where it's going to be played by number 7, Al Gretti, and he's going to drive it down deep.
I am impressed with Pegnataro tonight. He and Gideon have both been just really working hard.
Well, I tell you, you watch the work of Pegnataro and Loman, if you will, on the penalty kill, and Pagnataro is all over the ice. Incredible, incredible penalty killer.
Now Klein sent that one up into the stands, took a shot at the Meadville fans.
6:52 to go here in the third. 124 remains in the man advantage for Meadville. Faceoff is controlled by the Panthers. Comes off the skate and going to be deflected down deep, and a nifty play by Neely. Unable to get it out. Back to the point, and a big drive is deflected in front. Backhanded shot, oh boy, and misses. Cleared by the Panthers.
Ovechkin and Crosby on that attempt.
Big time clear there by the defense. Going to be regrouped by number 11 behind the goal. That's Morgan Nickerson.
Morgan Nickerson, another all-star. Not to be confused with Hardy Nickerson, who's
right.
a linebacker.
I remember that name. Dallas Cowboy.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Steeler, that's right.
I think he was 56.
2-on-1 tries to develop. Here we go. McKelvey and Moody's going to give it up. Shot on. Oh, what a save. And you'd have to be here to believe.
Lasinski just got the right pat on that one. A great save on a great play.
And I remember that Lasinski name. They used to have a big-time defensive guy. I think it was number 6. Not sure if that was his brother.
It may have been. Up in Meadville, like you say, they keep cranking him out. But Lasinski played down here with the Panthers for a couple of years on their AAA travel team. And
I think that was number 6, a big-time defenseman for Meadville years ago when John's boy Anthony played. And he was a force on defense. 5:35 to go here in the third.
5 seconds in the penalty. Another big kill for the Panthers.
Wow.
Those are big. I tell you what. They're going to
that'll
find their
do it.
second win now.
5-on-5. Meadville back, comes off the mark. Given to Yealy. He'll bank it back to center.
Taking their time. Now they're starting to get. Here's Pagnataro picking up the loose puck.
And he's pulled down with no call. Boy, I'll tell you, they swarmed him. And, Bob, this is where sometimes chances are developed, where Meadville, and, boy, they got a chance of their own. Centering pass. Oh, what a play by Yealy in front. And once again, unselfishly holding his ground.
He broke up one earlier while we were talking down just to the right of Aurora. He's just cool and calm. You can see they've got their wind back. They're sitting a little taller, and they're just looking at the game from a different perspective now.
And this is where perhaps Meadville might feel with 5 minutes to go and down by 2, Bob, that they may have to actually take some chances here on the offense. So perhaps you might find the 2-on-1s and 3-on-1s develop more on a situation like this.
Well, not if Coach Hartford gets his point across. Because if you find somebody breaking down odd man at this point in the game, some defensemen are going to do some extra skating, I'd imagine.
Shot on. What a save again by Aurora. Boy, I tell you, he's seeing the puck like a basketball. And that was my favorite Gilles Meloche line when he was playing good for the big streak he had there in his career. He used to say the puck looks like a basketball. And Max Aurora having an all-star big-time game.
Yep.
Play's going to come. Here we come, the 2-on-1. Oh, nice save. And going to call an interference call here.
Mr. X broke up the centering pass there.
Wow. And Meadville's going to get the gate here on a late interference call. And number 17, as you said, with no number.
17's another mystery guy.
So we have 15 and 17. He'll be Mr. Z is in the box. And the Panthers will enjoy a 2-minute power play of their own with 4:23 to go here in the third.
Yeah, hold your breath here. Because you talk about the odd man breaks. Here you go. They're trying to come about 3 back deep already.
Taken across the blue stripe, and that's going to be broken up by the Panthers. Panthers will have Yealy control it behind Aurora. He's going to bank it off the corner, but kept in by the point. Big check there by Loman.
Noonan and Fedorka working down low on the penalty kill. Fedorka's got a big wingspan.
Backhanded down deep, and Surma will have to regroup behind Aurora once again. Panthers unable to transition. Be careful here. Shot on. Oh, just goes wide. Rebound. Another save by Aurora.
Fedorka's got the 1 goal the Bulldogs have.
And I tell you, Bob, you got to see who's on the power play here. Meadville again with a 4-man, 1-man disadvantage here, and have had controlled the better part of that power play opportunity.
We've got Moody, Loman, Surma, Klein, and Yealy out here. I'd say you got 5 of the better ones.
Face off at the outside the blue line with 1:13 to go in the Panther man advantage.
Even more important, 3:33 left to go on the big clock.
Panthers still enjoy a 3-1 lead, and Meadville sending 2 down deep, and again trying to create a sense of urgency here. Tremendous power play kill here
Good
for
work by
Meadville.
Lohman. John O'Lohman doing the little things.
Here we go. Panthers break back 3-2. What a pass! Yelly gives it up. Oh boy, and look for Lohman streaking.
Broken up by Mr. X.
Unable to make that pass control, but now they set it up, Bob, in the zone. Here comes a breakaway. And Moody's going to try to take the angle, and what a play! Oh, and you knew that was going to happen. Penalty here on a tripping call.
Well, that'll net him out a minute 27 here after a short 4-on-4.
Well, Yelly, Bob, had the angle, and if you had to say that's a good penalty, you know, he took away the shot opportunity, but sometimes I never understand that call.
Well, Leone's an all-star. He's a captain, and I'd say that's a pretty good gamble to take.
Well, we're probably going to have a timeout here by Meadville to rest the troops. And with 2:56 to go, we'll be skating 4-on-4.
Is this where the cheerleaders come out? I heard you guys have cheerleaders.
Not in this arena.
Come on. Oh. Well, at this point, we got Moody in the box for 2. Meadville going to be out in 33 seconds on a power play, which is going to give them, you know, better part of the third
and
period.
you, Bob, got to factor in with a 2-man disadvantage. As you well know, you have to score twice here in the last 3 minutes of play. I wouldn't be surprised if they think about pulling the goaltender at some point with perhaps a minute to go in the man advantage.
Do we know who called the timeout?
I'm not sure. I haven't announced any of the goals. I would think it probably perhaps would have been Meadville, considering they're going to have the extra attacker for a minute and a half.
50? Hey, they're not announcing anything. Wait a minute. Come on. Yeah.
We'll take your dollars at the gate.
Yeah, all the people in Mount Lebanon, we'd like to pay your taxes too, please. Thank you.
That's one way to get even with beating us twice this year.
Just don't slash the tires, all right? Well, here you go. Well, they send Lisinski back in the net. So
yeah, and I think if you make a move, it's probably going to be at the 150, the 156 mark, perhaps with 1 minute to go. You have the 2-man advantage. Again, they've got to score twice here. Shot on, good save again by Durar, and we'll do it all over again as 3 seconds elapsed on the play.
Well, yeah, I think Coach Plunkett's going to try to get one here with his man advantage, and then you'll see him pull all the stops. And
oh, good play and a big face-off win, and you don't see that on the box score. That's a big-time win by the Panthers, and that's going to kill a good 15, 20 seconds. Boy, and a nifty pass by Pegnataro backdoor, almost caught Lohman streaking, and the Panthers keeping the guy high in the slot. Shot goes wide.
Meadville is always in the next place the puck is going to be. You notice that? Even when they overshoot a man with a pass, it's always going to the next guy, it seems like.
Skating 4-on-4, and now Meadville with a man advantage. And the Panthers.
Leone's the extra man on, the 5th man on.
Shot's going to be saved by Lazinski, and he's going to bank it. Headmans the puck to center. Good play by Pegnataro once again as he drives the Meadville player back into his own zone. Serma's going to get there first. He's going to avoid a heavy hit.
Pegnataro ought to be able to sleep in his own bed tonight. He's earned it.
Big-time game by Pegnataro. It's still loose. Be careful here. Oh, and a wide-angle shot. That's just going to go by the mark.
I'm watching one of your moms.
Oh, oh my, and a misdirected play.
Oh, my goodness.
Came off the skate, and that's a big-time goal. That's going to go as a power play. That was a pass that was directed, Bob, to center, and it came off the skate and went in the pipe, and Durar was.
Get the number who it hit?
I didn't see it, and Durar, and that came off a skate, and boy, Meadville answers right back and gets in this game 3-2, a power play goal.
Well, now you're going to watch Lisinski.
And I wouldn't be surprised if we have another timeout here. I'm not sure again who called the first
trying
one.
to make a change. Chet Steen sending Noonan and Fedorkin back on. I'll tell you what,
well, you got to drop the puck here. I got to tell you.
Drellick's tried to go to both gates. I think he's going to go to the Zamboni door next.
5-on-5, and I don't know what the issue here is. Like you said, number 21.
Looks like a net guard.
Okay.
A wardrobe issue. A fashion malfunction.
That's what they used to do, spit the mouthpiece out when you were in the boxing rink, and that was a good way to get a timeout. Not sure if they're looking for some extra time here, but a minute 50, and here we go again.
No, they'll wave him out because he delayed the game, but.
Wow, and after all that, here we go. And Meadville again with a sense of, and here comes the goaltender with a minute 45, an early pull here, usually done at the minute or minute and a half mark. And the Panthers here have an open net, but Meadville skating 6-on-5.
The danger here.
Be careful here, oh my, right by the mark.
The danger here is you get out of your defense because you that empty net staring you in the face.
Leone centering pass goes by the mark.
That's going to be an ice.
And that's the one problem, Bob, when you're skating 5-on-5, those shots that clear the ice are deemed as icing.
Coach Plunkett, he knows where he is in the game. He knows what he's going to force him to do. But if I'm Upper St. Clair, you know what? I'm going to ice it because the puck's going to be down there anyway. Get it out of there.
You need to have your face-off win here. This is big time, and it's going to be taken by Lohman. Right to the slot shot. A big save by DeRora. And boy,
that shot. Nickerson now.
1:14 to go here in the third. Panthers lead by 1. Good play by McKelvey. Back to Moody, and he can't control.
Coming down on a minute.
Here comes Nickerson over to Leone. Rags it in the corner. Good play by Surma. Still behind the goal. Going to be picked up by number 9, Fedorka. Back to the point.
Kilmar Nickerson out there.
Good nifty move there. Takes it down deep. Shot deflected and out of the zone. 45 to go in the third.
Yealy showing you why he's an assistant captain.
Taken by Lohman, back to center. They've got to wait to tag up here. Shot goes on the net, and from 30 feet away, a good save by DeRoer, and he'll hold.
33.3 seconds.
In the third period.
Of a 3-2 game.
My favorite Bob Prince line. 2 out, 2 on, 2 men out, 2 men on, 2 and 2.
Well, I'm just thinking here, since Bob Ecker's been gone, you know, he was like Rosie Rosewell. You must be like.
Wait a minute! Ladies and gentlemen, now we can relax. Big time empty net goal by the Panthers.
Panthers goal.
And I'm not sure who got it. It might have been Surma with the clear. And he's elated there on the bench. I didn't see who shot it.
Oh, boys and girls, thanks. Mount Lebanon thanks you for the late Christmas present.
Wow, 26 seconds to go.
I'll tell you what, just a great effort by the Panthers tonight. Everybody on the ice made the play. A couple of penalties you wish they hadn't taken, but it really didn't hurt them, and they certainly made up for them. I'll tell you what.
Wow.
Maybe you guys are starting to come together.
Well, I tell you what, you talk about streaks in this game, and I tell you, the Panthers last year, I think, Bob, peaked at the wrong time. They played the last couple of games pretty haphazardly, and it cost them. I think they only made it past the first round, and 7 seconds ago, we'll have a late penalty call here. But you're absolutely right. It's almost like the Steelers season where they played just big-time football at the end, and the Panthers indeed have really righted the ship here in the last couple of games.
Who do you guys have left?
I think they play Bethel Park next week, and that's going to be a big-time game. That's a home game here on Monday.
Okay.
And that's pretty much.
Make sure to turn the music up loud. Mort hates that. Just kidding, Jim.
5 to go, and folks, that will do it. Keep the puck for the number 1 star of the game. Has to be our own Max DeRora.
Between the pipes, he was the better man tonight.
And boy, a little bit, the Meadville team almost thought that they were being taunted, but in essence, they were just killing the puck down deep, and Meadville took exception.
What do they think this is, a basketball game?
and rammed them home with about a second to go.
And I'm from Mount Lebanon. I can say that about Upper St. Clair.
But a big-time win here for the he's going to wheel it around. The big-time win here for the Panthers. And, boy, I tell you what, you want exciting play, Bob. This was a game to come to if you wanted offense.
That's got to be your biggest win of the year, and then hopefully you get another big one against Bethel Park next week.
Well, we've heard the name, and you've heard him before. You get a special look now at Bob Sebastian, big-time announcer for the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils, and actually even fills in for the voice of John Barbaro sometimes downtown.
At minor events.
Minor events it is,
right.
But appreciate you helping out here in the third period.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Good luck with the
rest of the
fun,
season. And we'll hope to see you in the playoffs. So for Bob Sebastian, John Sarabella, we're signing off with a big-time win here tonight. Panthers take Meadville 4-2, and we'll see you next time on the Panthers Television Network. Good night, everybody.